What's going on? It's your boy Jared from Lane Let the Podcast, giving you news and interviews. Man, sorry about the background, but something's wrong with my camera. But anyway, let's get into it. It's been a while. This is episode 104. And if you don't recognize this man, to your right, my left, whatever. This is Winston Buckley from a lot of podcasts I've done in the past, especially me and him co-hosted Crypto Connection. Welcome to the show, sir.
How you doing, man? I'm glad to be back in the virtual building with you at the least. But yeah, man, it's good to connect and talk about the markets and crypto and other things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's get right into it. It's been a minute since we linked up and did a show or episode. If you're not aware with Winston, he is the founder of Get METARIZed. You know what I'm saying? He's all into crypto. He's the crypto guru that I know. He probably know more than anybody I know in the game. So like he is deep in crypto. Like he'll break it down. He tell you what coins not to invest, coins you should invest. He talk about the blockchain technology behind each cryptocurrency, if it's even worth your time. So this man is a guru in that. And when I say guru, I'm not talking about the guys you see on social media that they say they know about stuff, but they really don't know anything. They got a bunch of those running around, but this guy, he knows his stuff inside and out. So what's been going on in the crypto market? It's been rapidly going up since Trump got in office. Give people what's going on with the crypto market. Give a brief background about it.
Yeah. So I guess just to kind of timestamp where we are is October 1st in 2025, and yeah, the market has been tearing since Q4 of 2024. So there was this anticipation that there probably was going to be a regime change from the presidency standpoint, and therefore what that was going to look like with the SEC and some of the regulatory bodies. So there was a little bit of front running in the market in late 2024. And, if you look at charts, you can kind of see some bubbling up in October and November. And then it was off to the races once our current administration got in, and that's because of the pro crypto stance that they have taken. And so we can kind of get into what that means, and I try to make this as apolitical as possible, but we kind of have to talk about politics and how it has impacted where we are in the market, and how I kind of suppress things in the past. And I'm not with the blood of the Crips or the red or the blue. So I don't want anything to sound like I'm pro or against anything. I'm just here for the tech and the crypto.
Yeah, straight up, man. I feel you on that, man. Like we ain't about to talk about politics. That's for the people who do the political shows. That's the Roland Martins, the CNN, Fox News, and stuff like that. But for real talk. So what, in your opinion, if somebody's brand new, a lot of people are been talking about him about crypto and blockchain technology. Can you tell people a little bit what coins or what technology should invest in these markets? Because a lot of people be talking about, all they talk about is Bitcoin. And when somebody go research Bitcoin, they see it's right now, I think it's 118,000 right now, valued at right now. And then people hear about Ethereum, and Ethereum going for like 4,300, 4,400 at the moment. So what coins or what technology things people should start investing if they want to get in the game right now?
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned those two. And honestly, I would actually tell people to start there. And the reason being is kind of like an approach that a broker would tell somebody that's preparing for their retirement. If somebody doesn't have any stocks and they don't have any base, they might say, okay, we're going to get you a portfolio with some blue chips in there. We're going to get you some Walmart, some Berkshire Hathaway. We're going to get you some Microsoft. And so, you need the leaders of the market first. So I actually, even though people may be intimidated by the price of it, I would actually say that, you would start with buying pieces of, you can buy pieces of Ethereum and Bitcoin and Solana and different ones. So I would say start there with the biggest out of the top 10. And then from there, start to venture out more. So I actually have a little thesis that I'm working on. I kind of wish I had a slide for it, but it's called the basics method, and it's Bitcoin. A is for AI project. S is for Solana. E is for Ethereum. C could be a few different things. Chainlink is one that I put in there, and I'll put X in there for people for the XRP army, and then S for stables, cash, or the basics method. It doesn't really spell basics, but it, pronounced that way. So that I would say like start there for a base portfolio. Whatever you could afford. Whether even that's $100, some people may be intimidated by saying, well, what's that going to do? I got a little example. We can show how starting with small amounts can actually become big amounts over time.
Okay, nice. So when can you break down, because like you bought in Solana, I invest in Solana as well. Can you give people like a little background about Solana, like what's the technology behind it? And what's so special about it? Because some people just invest in crypto and don't know nothing about it. Like some people don't even know what Bitcoin or Ethereum does. Can you give a background with Solana?
Yeah. So with crypto, the currency part of it, I think it throws a lot of people off. So some people will say, well, I don't want to invest in alternative currencies, and they're actually missing the technology part of it. So the blockchain is what we're talking about when we're mentioning these projects like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana that you just mentioned. The blockchain itself is really what matters. And so just to give an analogy, you can kind of think of it like the internet, for example. So there are different companies that are on the internet, and then there's the internet technology itself. So Bitcoin was the first one, and it's kind of slow. So for those of you that might be in my age range, you remember when you first got on the internet with that 52K modem, it was like,
Yeah, well.
So, yeah, that's where Bitcoin started. So it's just like that's what first got us there, and then you had cable internet that came along the way. That's your Ethereum, and Solana is like gig speed. It's like the fiber optic, fast, go. And so that's kind of analogy of like where these three different blockchains, and there's so many different ones. But if it was like the highway that the cars run on, Solana is the fastest of those three.
Okay. Cool. So can you tell people about what you do and what you do on special days of the weekend or special days of the month, about your projects and your sessions that you hold? Because I want to let the people know that that's what you do. That's your specialty, is teaching people about crypto and the technology behind it. And you let people know what you do, because if you have not been to one of his sessions, you're missing out a lot, because he gives out a lot of information. He rolls it out in a way that you would be able to understand. It's not like a lot of tech jargon. It won't be over your head. He does it in layman terms, and you will get a lot of resources out of it. So can you tell people what you do and why you started to get METARIZED business?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've always had a passion. I'll say for a while, I've had a passion for financial literacy as a whole. And so in my day job, my big boy job, that's what I do is financial literacy, financial education, pension education, and retirement readiness. And so I got into crypto in 2017, and I realized, one, that a lot of people were, again, intimidated by it. Like, what is this? It doesn't make sense. And now we're at a place where a lot of people are interested, but they might go to the internet or do a Google search. They might even go on AI, or they might talk to somebody like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And so there's a need for just simple breakdowns of this information. Yes, there's a lot of tech jargon, like you said, that's out there, and is highly technical and can be complex, but it can be extremely simple. So just like you and I can go onto E-Trade and buy stock, it's just that simple for crypto. And I want people to know that they can access it. It's easier than ever to do so, and also it's it's one of those things where, you know, a lot of times people have felt like, well, you know, I wish I knew about Google when it first came out. I wish I knew about Facebook when it first came out. And this is where we are. This is that next paradigm shift in fintech, financial technology. This is where we are. This is where everything is going. So just wanted to introduce more people to that in a simple way, very simple way.
Cool. Because and if you're uncomfortable putting your money into cryptocurrency, it's fine. You can invest through crypto through the stock market. There are ETFs that are already in existence, and there's some that's already about to come existence. There's a Bitcoin ETF. I think Ethereum ETF. I think that's already got approved. That's already out, right? Ethereum ETF is already out. And I think there's XRP waiting for approval. I think there's Solana coming up next as well for ETF. I think
there's one out there, and there's some more.
There's some more. Yeah. Approval. So there are companies, there are ETFs that you can invest in the stock market if you feel uncomfortable. Like if you don't want to open up like a Coinbase or a crypto, any type of crypto brokerage that you don't want to trade through or invest in, that's fine. You can go through the traditional stock market. So before we get into more about you, I want to demo the biggest thing that everybody and their mama talk about today, AI. And I ain't talking about Lagniappe. I'm talking about artificial intelligence. And people are talking about it like crazy. I've been on messing with AI for months now, probably almost going back almost a year. I use all of them. I use ChatGPT, Google Gemini, I use Grok, and there's another one called Anthropic. That's what's called, Anthropic. There's a lot of them out there, but that's the big four right there. But the main one I use is ChatGPT, and I have the pro version of it as well. But a lot of people still don't understand how powerful AI is and how you can use it for daily tasks, for research purposes, if you want to get in crypto or stock markets or real estate. I mean, I'm gonna show you how powerful AI is right now. Let me pull this up so I can present it to y'all. Like, and shout out to Alicia Little. That's why I got this Tulane shirt on. She's a Tulane University alumni. I went to David Shan's podcast summit out here in Atlanta, Georgia. It was maybe like a couple months ago, and I saw that one of the sessions was like artificial intelligence. You know, my background is IT, so people have been talking about AI. I was dibbling and dabbling in it, but I wasn't using it like truly effectively. So I went to the session. Alicia Little was doing the presentation. Man, when I said she had people in there going crazy, like showing the capabilities what AI can do and other AI software, man, it's crazy. So I'm gonna show y'all what she showed us a little bit. So let me pull this up. Like y'all gonna be blown away how AI come. Hold on, it'll be share my screen here for 1 second. Let me pull it up. Come on. There we go. Let's do. Come on. Let's do Windows. Come on.
Yeah, while you're sharing that, I'll just mention that to Jared's point, using AI for all kind of things is amazing. But yeah, definitely for learning about crypto. Even if you want to say, okay, I want to take some time to research crypto or a crypto project or a blockchain project, when you use that, you could start with AI and then use that as a tool as you actually get into it. So yes, I agree, man. I've been blown away by some of the things that I've seen out there that people are doing with their just creative minds and these AI tools that we have.
All right, hold on. So I'm having trouble trying to.
They don't want you to win.
Yeah. Bruh.
They don't want.
Chrome has lost permission to campus. All right, so I can't show you the screen, but I could do it fine. I could do voice mode. So this will really trip me out. So I'm just gonna do the voice mode. Let me know if you can hear Winston when I start. So this is me using ChatGPT AI, and I'm gonna have a conversation with it, right? So hold on a second. Hey, can you explain to my guests on my podcast, Lagniappe Legends, that I'm doing with Winston Buckley, founder and creator of METARIZED? Can you give a brief synopsis about cryptocurrency and the state of it right now?
Absolutely. So for your podcast listeners on Lagniappe Legends, here's a quick snapshot of where we stand with cryptocurrency right now. Essentially, the crypto market is in a pretty interesting spot. We're seeing some price increases in major coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, partly because people are looking at crypto as a safe haven given some government uncertainty. There's also buzz about potential new ETFs for altcoins, which could bring in more mainstream investors. So in a nutshell, crypto's kind of having a moment of optimism and a bit of a rally right now, and it's definitely worth keeping an eye on how it evolves.
Can you break down what is the current price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP right now in the market?
Right now, on October 1st, 2025, Bitcoin is sitting at about 118,600. Ethereum's around 4,358. Solana is roughly at 221, and XRP is about $2.96. So that's the current lay of the land.
Can you explain to my listeners why crypto market is going up? Is it because of the government shutdown, or what are your other opinions and thoughts about that situation?
Absolutely, I can break that down for your listeners. So the reason the crypto market is ticking up right now is kind of a mix of things. One big factor is definitely the government shutdown. People tend to look for alternative places to put their money when there's uncertainty, and crypto can feel like a bit of a safe haven. But it's not just that. There's also a lot of buzz about potential ETFs for certain altcoins, which is getting investors excited. And in general, there's just some optimism in the air about crypto as more mainstream adoption keeps creeping in. So it's kind of a combo of the shutdown nudging people towards crypto and some positive market sentiments swirling around.
What are your top 5 cryptocurrencies people should be invested in if they're starting off today?
Well, if someone's just starting out and looking for a top 5 list, I'd say you can't go too wrong with the big, well-established names. Bitcoin and Ethereum are definitely top picks. They're kind of the bread and butter of the crypto world and have the broadest use cases and stability. After that, Solana is a solid choice because of its speed and growing ecosystem. Then I'd add in something like XRP, which has a strong use case in international payments, and maybe something like Chainlink or Polkadot for the unique tech angles. But of course, that's just the general starting point.
I'm suing.
You're welcome. Anytime. Happy to help out.
Hey man, I'm Cook, man. What you want me on here for? Wow. We can close it. That's it. Thank y'all for tuning in. Yeah, it's nice. Having my business. But there you go. No need for human beings.
No, you can't see you cook, man. That's just AI. You know what I'm saying? That's not you. You know what I'm saying?
Man, no, that is a powerful demonstration. One, because you can use that too, as a tool, as a research tool. Okay, I heard so and so say this. Let me go do some research on my own. But yeah, man, that is amazing. And I haven't done it in that fashion, in the conversational fashion too much. So yeah, I mean, that's something that you can do, just ride in your car and learn on the way home instead of trying to figure out what the latest beef is.
Yeah, man. Like, the way it's presented to me, I didn't realize that AI was on this level. Like, I knew AI could give you research. I know it could talk to you and stuff like that, but I didn't know we can have a full-on conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally just asked a question like it was a guest on the show, and it answered. And so, like, AI is really changing the game, the landscape. Some people think that there should be laws put in place. In my opinion, there should be. I think there should be some type of restrictions on it. It shouldn't be just going willy-nilly, like just letting people play with it. Because as you can see, it gets smarter and smarter every day. So I like using ChatGPT and other AIs for, like you said, research purposes, and it can do a whole lot more. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm sorry I couldn't be able to share it, because if I was sharing, I have to restart the whole screen and stuff like that. But like, it can do everything. Like, it can research for you. It can pull up the charts. It can pull up. You ask it who are the founders, who are the leadership. What are your thoughts about where you think crypto or the stock market can be in the next month? I'm telling you, man. Like, for research purposes, It's amazing. I can create an ebook like off this episode. I probably have to show people later, but I could like it'll read our transcripts and it'll make an ebook out of it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like or ebook or newsletter out of it. Of course you can tell it to how you want after it's created. But like it saves a lot of time, like the manual stuff. And then there's other apps where you can use it. Like they can take snippets of our interview over here, make it video clips. It does it automatically instead of us doing it manually. You know what I'm saying? That saves a lot of time. Like AI is like really changing the game, and it will disrupt a lot of industries. But people need to get in the game quickly because nobody doesn't know the full capability of AI at the moment. Like everybody's starting off at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nobody blocking you access to it. Like when Google came out back in the day, you ain't have access to get into the ground floor, or like now the next big company, OpenAI, which is the creator of ChatGPT, or when Tesla before the IPO on the stock market, you ain't have access to those rooms. I'm telling you, man, everybody got access to AI, so you need to capitalize and utilize it. I want to show y'all prompt engineering, which a prompt is like when I was asking the questions, there are prompts that you can put in the AI toolbox. Like you can ask specific questions, and the way you put in your prompts, the way you ask the questions is the results you will get. Like if you put in the more detail you put into it, you get better answers. Like I'm telling y'all don't understand what this thing can do, bro. Like it could break down charts. Like if I want to break down, like show me the difference between this cryptocurrency against this cryptocurrency, break down the differences, and I want an Excel spreadsheet. Give it a couple of minutes, it'll do it. So if you got time, play with ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Grok, which is the Twitter AI that Elon created, and Anthropic is another one. So check out those four, play with them. I like to play with all of them because some of them give you different answers. Some does things better, but at the moment right now, it's ChatGPT the king. So going back to this crypto thing, in your opinion, can you talk about how people need to be securing themselves and getting the correct wallets? What software do you recommend that people who want to get into the cryptocurrency market, what should they utilize and how should they protect themselves security wise?
Oh yeah, man, there's a number of different layers, and it really depends on how deep you want to go as far as the rabbit holes into crypto. You can keep it where you have a custodian, and so if you want Fidelity to do it for you now, and you want to do it through a brokerage account, you're not, you don't want to do self custody. I'm totally fine with that. For some people, that's the way to go. I want some Bitcoin. I don't want to custody it myself. Y'all hold it for me. This is how much I want to buy. So that is, one way to have some buffers with a big company's security backing behind it. So that's one option. But if you want to do things yourself, even if it's on Coinbase, for example, that's where a lot of people will start. They might start on Uphold or Kraken, like one of the biggest changes. That's fine, but there are some things that you need to do with your computer first. So if you can, everybody cannot do this, but if you can have a computer that only does crypto, that is something that I would recommend. So just have a separate computer for your crypto totally.
Okay.
Or financials or that sort of thing. But everybody can't do that. So at the least, it's really cheap to get VPN software, virtual private network software to change where your location is. So, those are like $3 a month, $4 a month to get a VPN. I would do that. You need an antivirus software on your computer. If y'all are into browsing sketchy sites, don't browse sketchy sites on the same computer that you do any of your not just crypto, but your banking, your other, because a lot of times those are laced with all kind of viruses and that sort of thing. So that's just protecting yourself from that standpoint. But You know what's interesting when it comes to blockchain and crypto? The flexing is really big in this world. So like if you go on Twitter, like that's kind of like the social media for crypto. There's a lot of people, you know, I bought this, I got this, I made this much last month, I'm up 10,000%. And it's wild because people would never do that with their bank account. Like they would never say, oh, I got $600 in my house on the living room counter. You know, just it's right there on the mantelpiece. I go to bed at 9 o'clock. But when it comes to crypto, for whatever reason, that's what it is. I got this NFT that's worth 50 grand. And I'm just like, man, this is so, you know, just it's crypto, like use your same common sense when it comes to your finances as it is there. But for the most part, for most people that are just, you know, again, going to Robinhood and going to Coinbase, just do the basic stuff, you know, change your password every so often. You know, just the things that you would do to protect your bank account, do those same things. Now, we probably could do a whole episode talking about hot wallets and then going into DeFi, and that's a higher level of protection that you need to do before going there. So I don't want anybody to be afraid and say, oh man, you know, I got to do all this extra stuff. These things that I'm saying, you should be doing this anyway. Like this is not just for somebody that's in crypto, changing your passwords every so often, having antivirus, getting VPNs, not sharing your bank accounts. Like this is like apply those same rules to crypto, and for the most part, you'll be good.
Okay. So I think I'm able to share. I figure out how to share my screen now. Hold on a second. Let me see. Let's see.
No bueno, senor. Okay, I see it.
All right. So I'm gonna use Google Gemini right now, just because I don't feel like logging in to ChatGPT right now. So what? Give me a question that you would do, like if you need to research something as far as crypto, and I'll type it in.
All right.
I'm tripping. Hold on, brother. I said type it in. Let's use the microphone, brother. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you when to ask a question. Hold on.
Give me the top 3 perp dexes. Did it stop?
Oh, it didn't catch it.
Give me the top 3 perp dexes in crypto right now. Yeah, I don't think he caught my mic.
I didn't catch it on my mic. All right, I guess I got it. What's the question again? What is it?
What are the top 3 perp dexes in crypto right now?
Perp dexes?
Perp, P-E-R-P, perpetuals.
All right. What are the 3 perpetuous things in the crypto market right now?
No, bro.
Wait, hold on. Let's see, perpetual. Hold on.
How
you spell
it? Perp, so P-E-R-P.
And
then Dex, so D-E-X. So you should be able to type that. So those 2 separate words that it should be. Okay, so for the audience, Dex is a decentralized exchange. So in the crypto world, we'll say a Dex. A centralized exchange would be Robinhood or Coinbase. A decentralized one would be like Uniswap, for example. And perpetuals are different financial contracts that you can get. All right. So okay, that's pretty cool there. I see that it has Hyperliquid, Aster, and is that DYDX?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so for a beginner, for really, man, not even just for a beginner, for somebody that's in crypto, this is like valuable research just to start. So there's all different kind of narratives, just like in the stock market. You know, crypto is not just one thing. So there are AI projects within crypto. There are Wi-Fi sharing projects in crypto. There's data management. There's logistics. There's Oracle services. There's weather service. There's flight trackers. Like there's all these different things. This in particular is decentralized exchanges, again, that have a certain type of financial instruments that you can use. So like options, for example, you can do on certain exchanges. Hyperliquid right now, and so I can verify that this is true. Hyperliquid is the biggest perpetuals DEX in crypto right now. It has a lot of attention. They are doing all kind of partnerships at this point. So yeah, this is a good like springboard. Aster just came on the scene not too long ago and is a competition to Hyperliquid, and then DYDX has been around for a while.
Wow, I ain't heard none of this. This was up. I haven't heard none of this. Okay, Hyperliquid. I'm trying to see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to.
So this would be out. That question that I posed, it is more of a, I would say, an intermediate to advanced level. Not just from a beginner crypto thing, but these are things that somebody that would have to have some base knowledge in trading as well to kind of understand it as well. But even if you are a beginner, it might set you on a track to learn these things and become extremely proficient. Like we all are starting somewhere. So, I would say go down the rabbit holes. I mean, that's kind of sometimes how we discover like a whole new path for our life.
Okay. So I'm about to ask Google Gemini. Let's see. Can you explain to me what is blockchain? Like I am a 10-year-old. See, man, I'm used to ChatGPT, man. I ain't gonna do all this.
Well, you gotta train Gemini for a New Orleans accent. So
yeah, and you right about that. You right about that. Look at that. Okay, that's what's up.
So this is good. Like this is really good. So really, it has gotten to a point where things are boiling down to a preference. This is I use tools like this more now for research. I mean, you have a personal assistant in your pocket to quickly aggregate. So the internet has a bunch of information out there, but it's hard to just go through and sift. And AI just does a really good job at pulling information together. Now, Jared, I know you're in IT. So what's your thoughts on some of the, not maybe, I don't want to say side effects, but some of the kinds of like, what are some of the possibilities that can negatively happen with an AI search?
Oh man, like real talk. Problem is AI can do coding. It can create images. Like I can show you right now. Like for somebody that's a graphic designer, watch. Create an image of the word crypto for ad flyer. And why does that? Like, see, look at that. Look at that. Look at that, dog. Bro,
yeah.
You have to.
I'm done.
Look at that. I wasn't even expecting that. That's fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's over.
Look at that. And that was less than a minute. You would have to pay a graphic designer. Yeah, first of all, you have to find a graphic designer, hire them, go through the process of all the changes and stuff like that to create an image of what you want, and then you got to pay them. I literally just did this for free using Google Gemini. It's not even a paid version of Google Gemini. This is free.
It's wild.
You know what I'm saying? And that's fire. Look.
I know.
Like that's the side effects of AI. Like now things that we used to go to people that were experts, now we got at our fingertips. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about the person who's controlling the AI agent at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could tell it, like another thing, create me a short Python script. Python's a programming language that we use in IT a lot. Create me a short Python language, Python code saying I want to be a millionaire in green letters. I'm just giving people something basic. Okay. Look at that.
It's writing the code for you.
Like that's actually how you want to run it. You want to do it in Bash. It was another scripting software. Let's say I want to do. Let's see. Install. Like it's telling you how to do it. Like, bruh, I'm telling you, bruh. Like it's crazy. And like for instance, I'm in IT, so most of my things I'm troubleshooting stuff, right? What's the let me ask you, what's the most common thing you have, computer problem you have?
I would say memory being maxed out.
Memory being maxed out. Yeah. All right. How do I stop my, let's just say, Windows laptop from maxing out the RAM on it? Like, you know what I'm saying? It give you step-by-step instructions. You know what I'm saying? Step-by-step instructions. And then they give you a video, a YouTube video, how to do it too. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the time people still ain't gonna want to do this part because people don't even want to deal with computers and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, like, AI gives you so much access to information so quickly and does things so quickly. Like, I'm really nervous because we still in the infant stages. You know what I'm saying? And this is just AI. We need to talk about generative AI. We need to talk about quantum computing. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like y'all remember the movie I, Robot?
Yes,
you know
it's old. That's
you know what I'm saying? Like it can really go to the next level. We could be AI robot war in the next 10, 15 years, like for real.
Yeah, that is where we're headed. You know, I do have concerns. I do wonder what is going to happen with a lot of jobs. Now, the flip side of it is one of the best examples that I heard was, you know, back in the day, they used to hire people to light lamps on the street. You know, obviously electricity and light bulbs got rid of that job. So, you know, technology does eliminate jobs, but it does create new ones. I mean, we're here. There's social media managers. You know, that's a part of my job that I do. So it's like it will create things. However, it's like using the technology that we got was like one thing. It did one thing very good.
Mm-hmm.
AI is like everything really good. You know, we're seeing this intersection of robotics going into, you know, we're seeing this humanoid stuff with the self-driving cars, with the AI intelligence.
Don't forget about drones.
And yeah, drones, and then crypto. So it's like all of this is converging on the scene all at one time. And that part is concerning. It's just like what is the next, what does it look like for our kids? Is it really going to be like the Jetsons, and they don't really do much as far as like, you know, like work? Right. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, bro. Like I've been thinking about that lately, bro. Like I knew AI was coming on the scene, but I wasn't expecting AI to make this huge of an impact this quickly. You know what I'm saying? I thought we was a few years out, bro. But nah, dog. It's here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, and I think a lot of people, in my opinion, being a tech person, I think a lot of people are going to, once everybody start learning and how to utilize it, how to capitalize on it, it's going to help. I think it'll help more of like the entrepreneur people, people who like doing things on their own, and people who are goal oriented. It'll help them out tremendously. But people who don't have like no vision or don't have no certain skill set, they're the ones that are gonna suffer the most. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't gonna know what to do. Like, you can't just be a cashier working at a grocery store anymore, because that's almost obsolete.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, you could barely work at McDonald's now, because now they got virtual cashiers for that. Now all you gonna be doing is cooking the food and supply and making sure the place is clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, technology is moving at a rapid pace, and the people are not learning it fast enough.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, we need to start. That's why I teach STEM. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to teach kids about STEM a lot. Also teach them about trade school, like colleges enrollment is decreasing, but trade schools is increasing, because we're gonna need more electricians, we're gonna need more AC people, we're gonna need plumbers. You know what I'm saying? Jobs people really don't be caring about. Like, people used to look down on them, even though people make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need a hairstylist, you're gonna need a barber. You know what I'm saying? But we were trained in our generation, finish high school, go to college, degree, find your career, and you can retire. It ain't like that no more. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm a college professor. I'm telling you, enrollment just went down. People ain't trying to get into debt anymore for a college degree, because now it's hard for college graduates to find a job. You know what I'm saying? So I worry about that, but like you said, bro, like, we used to ride horses, now we drive cars. You know what I'm saying? So they got rid of the horse industry. Remember, people used to pick up horse manure as a business. Yeah. And people started driving cars, and that annihilated that. Uber almost annihilated all taxis. So people just gotta adjust, find their way.
It will. It'll be layers to it. There's my mom she's gonna resist AI with every fiber of her being. So there's gonna be some niche services that are out there for people. I think that's probably gonna be a booming business. I think social skills are gonna be at an all-time demand, because we're now this is me realizing I'm getting older, because I'm talking about the generations under us now. But we can see the effects of, we can see social skills diminishing amongst the generations. Interactions is a little different with and Gen Zs don't come for us, but there are differences for sure, because growing up with the internet your whole life is going to impact how you interact with people, as opposed to us going to the library in the Dewey Decimal System and having to ask the librarian rather than just going to Gemini. It's like we were forced to interact a lot more. So I think that's going to be a business to say, I'll just pay me to come talk to you and hang out with you. I don't know. It's going to be.
What's crazy, I heard that same thing at a conference. I heard that at the conference. I heard it on a podcast. I listened to Gary Vaynerchuk. He was talking about that. He said, in a few years, there's going to be a business, and they're going to hire people just so you could talk to you and walk with you. You know what I'm saying? People, they're going to hire friends, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just hearing it, like, what? I'm gonna hire somebody to talk to, have a conversation with. But I see it's in the stats. Like, people, which is crazy. I saw a stat, people are not having sex like they used to. People are not interacting as they used to, because now they don't have to go to a club to get a girl number. You know what I'm saying? They got Tinder. You can just swipe right, swipe left. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the internet.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. I was like, I ain't never do that. I was like, man, that's crazy. But I can see the huge benefit of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you connect. If you don't, hey, I swipe to the next. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, technology really a game. That's why I always push my kids like to do activities and sports and stuff like that, so they don't lose their social skills, because that's very key component. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make it in the future. All right, man. So got any other tips and tricks people need to know about crypto?
Yeah, I could do a quick segment kind of update as far as where we are, and if people want to kind of see what's hot, what's not, that sort of thing. I got just a couple of sites that I can pull up real quick, and let me see if I can get my screen shared. Let's see. Let's see. What are you seeing? Are you seeing my entire window? Can you see crypto bubbles?
Hold on, let me. I gotta add it. I got you. There we go.
Okay. All right. So yeah, this is October 1st, 2025, and today has been a good day for the top 100. So this is cryptobubbles.net. It's a visual way to look at the market, and so for those of you that like to look at things in a visual format, that's one way to look at it. But if you want to just look at the chart, you can go to Coin Market Cap. And so the market shut down, but Bitcoin went up over the past 24 hours. And so along, it dragged up a lot of the other tokens in the top 10. So you can see Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Tether, BNB. Well, Tether is obviously the same, but Solana, Doge. I mean, the top 10 and Hyperliquid, which we touched on earlier, like all of these are up. And so what's going to happen with the shutdown, we don't know. But right now, there's a number of things that affected why the market is up. There was some short liquidations, and people seem to be fleeing into certain assets at this time. Gold is at an all-time high, and people are hungry for crypto right now. So I just did I should have did it on AI, but Gemini, well, Google gave a quick response to what are the short-term effects of a shutdown and how it affects the market. And so there's initial rallies. A lot of the past shutdowns have lasted around 8 days. So hopefully, we won't be in an extended shutdown. But typically, crypto rallies after, and the stock market rallies after shutdowns. So there's a lot of different reasons why that happens. We won't get into all those, but that, hopefully history will somewhat rhyme as it did in the past. And hopefully we see an up market after that. Now, something I just want to just show people real quick is something that's called CryptoRank. It's a website called CryptoRank. And so what you can do is you can click on a project. And all right, so let me go to the homepage so you can see how to get to the analytics for a project. So you go to the homepage. Let's say you want to look at Bitcoin. So you click on Bitcoin. Let me get rid of that ad. And then you can click on analytics of any one of these projects that's on CryptoRank. And what it'll do is it'll show you the quarterly returns. So you can go back in history and say, okay, how did Bitcoin do in Q3 of years in the past? How did it do in Q4 years in the past? So we just got into, like, we're in day one of Q4. In the past, it's been pretty good for Bitcoin in Q4. So, will it, hopefully, it will be another green quarter, but more times than not, it's green in Q4 of each year. And then you can look at it by months as well. And October is just a really good month for Bitcoin. So something to think about and keep in mind. Again, there's no, guarantee of future performance. Past performance does not guarantee future performance, but you can kind of see a lot of times when there's been a green September, there's been a green October, and that has been the pattern that's just kind of held true for many months in the past. So this is information that you can use on your own to start doing research and start building up your own confidence in particular tokens. So looking for trends is something that you can do, and that's CryptoRank.io. All right. Some things that was mentioning, but I got to follow up this AI bot that Jared had brought on here, but these bills, the stablecoin bills that are coming, the new ETPs or ETFs that's coming out. So there's a lot of projects that will get approvals for trading on the market. So there's going to be different trusts and there's going to be different ETFs that people can buy with their IRAs, 401ks, and their brokerage accounts. That's going to drive some prices. So you can find that article on Cointelegraph. If you want to see where the money is flowing into ETFs, the block.co is a site that you can use. And on the side, left-hand side here, it says ETFs. So you can track the ETFs. So for example, if you want to see the money that's flowing into Bitcoin, you can see it by day, by month. And it's just been up. It's just been up since they released. It's going up and up and up. And so right now they track Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and XRP. So right here on the left-hand side, you can see those different flows into the ETFs. And as more projects get those ETF approvals, I'm sure they'll start tracking those as well. All right. So rounding the corner here, NFTs are back. Now, I know they died for a minute. Like the NFT market was down bad, and rightfully so, because I mean, there's a lot of trash out there. Still is a lot of trash out there. However, this is one that I just want to point out, Hyper, which is the NFT for Hyperliquid, which we talked about earlier. This just dropped this week, if I'm not mistaken. And in the past 24 hours, they had $1.5 million in sales. So NFTs are still rocking and rolling. Pudgy Penguins is another big one that's out there. You can see this is just, again, the past 24 hours in sales. And you can look like in the past 30 days, for example, if you want to get a better view of what's been happening. But Hyper, $88 million in sales in the past 30 days. So the NFT market is not dead. There are people that are trading again in this, and I think we're going to see another resurgence in there. So if you got it like that, having a big project is worthwhile in crypto. Last few things I just wanted to touch on. Coinbase has their own blockchain. It's called Base, and there's the Base app that they have. So they have the Coinbase app, and then they have the Base app. And the Base app, oh man, I think you remember the thing that you told me to ask Gemini about memory.
Yeah,
my computer runs out of memory, so I don't even know if it's going to load this page. But base.org is where you can find information about the Base app. So I would say, it's not even going to let this page load. But the Base app is something that I would recommend looking into because it's going to be really big in the space, backed by Coinbase. All right. The White House is all over crypto. So the administration has democratized access to alternative assets for 401ks, and that does include cryptocurrencies. So soon enough, a lot of people are going to be able to buy not ETFs, not just like, Bitcoin ETF from Grayscale or BlackRock, but actual Bitcoin, actual Ethereum, actual Solana, gold, and other alternative investments. So that could be real estate in the 401k. So it's not just crypto, but it's going to be a lot of alternative investments. I've seen arguments pro and against this. I'm neutral on it, but some people, if you want to have direct Bitcoin in your portfolio, then it's coming soon. Coming soon to a broker near you. All right. Last little bit of, people always are looking for alpha, like, okay, I hear all that stuff that you're talking about, give me something that I can work with. So one thing that people use as a method is to look at Robinhood and see which tokens are trading there. Because, when you think about crypto, the tokens that people have the easiest access to are the ones where, retail investment is going to go into. So if it's hard, if I got to do a hot wallet and all that stuff, I'm not doing all that. But Robinhood is very easy. So people trade stocks on stocks on Robinhood. It's easy to just buy crypto on Robinhood. A lot of people have Robinhood accounts. So you can go through this list. It's on Robinhood.com. You can look at the cryptocurrencies that they have that's available to trade, and then look and see which ones are down. So Bitcoin and Ethereum are nearing their all-time highs, but there are a number of tokens on here that are down from the last cycle. And so that's something that people can use as a strategy. This is not financial advice. You got to do your own research. But there might be a token here that's 50% or 75% down, and it may have a resurgence. So that is something that people can use kind of as a starter. But even if you have experience and you're trying to build up your portfolio, looking at what's available on Robinhood is not a bad thing to do. And last thing that I just wanted to mention is just, again, about small numbers. Sometimes people are like, well, I can only afford $50 a month. So what's the point? Bitcoin is 100-something thousand. So, it's just kind of silly. So I'll just use an example. This is on Uphold. It's called a DCA calculator, a dollar cost averaging calculator. You can type an amount and you can just look over time of what it does. So I'm gonna put $50 in, buying once a month. So this is for somebody that started in 2019 and they stopped in 2024. So this person would have put in $2,950 over that time, but it would have grown to $9,116. So even if you're doing a small amount over time is very powerful. If we did that for, you can look at different currencies. If you did that for Ethereum, it's about the same amount. I'm gonna skip down to some other one. Let me type in Solana so you can see the powerful in that. So you put 2350 over that period. This is from 2021 to 2024, so a 3-year period. 2350 would have turned into $16,942, and this is $50 a month. And we squander $50 a month on lottery tickets and McDonald's and all that kind of stuff. So you can start with very little amounts and build a pretty nice nest egg. So going back again to Bitcoin, it intimidates people because it is this $118,000 price. Even if this is from 2021 to 2024, so even in a 3-year period, you would have doubled your money. And the longer that you hold, if you back this up, I won't go back too far, because if we start going back too far, the numbers are just gonna make you sick. You just be like, oh man,
it will make you throw up.
So, but from 2018 to 2024, doing $50 a month. So this is a 6-year period. See that 4150 would have been $21,000. And so I think, stuff like that, if you see that type of momentum in your portfolio, then you're gonna be like, man, $50 a month did that over the past 6 years. I'm gonna start putting $200 a month in there, and then that's 16,000. Could become $87,000. So, the psychology around money and doing little bits at a time and doing it over a long period of time, once you see the power in it, it's no stopping at that point. So I guess my last piece of encouragement is just to start wherever you are. Even if it is $25, it is going to make a difference if you do it over time and stay consistent, whether it's up or it's down. Just stay consistent.
Right. And like dollar cost averaging is like one of the best things you can do. Just think about, like you said, like, why spend $5 on a lottery ticket and your chances are slim as none trying to win that, when you can put $5 in a crypto or a stock every week. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people got a problem with $50 a month. Start with $5, $10 a week. You know what I'm saying? Break it down, do it weekly. You know what I'm saying? Weekly. Like, people, you spend money at Starbucks, you buy Starbucks, you could have saved that. You could have put that money into Starbucks and start buying Starbucks stock. You know what I'm saying? So when you out there spending money, think about it like one of my pastors said, is it a need or a want? You know what I'm saying? Do you need Starbucks? Nah, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Do you need future assets to hold that could battle inflation, because saving money will not help you. You know what I'm saying? It's good short term, but in the long term, your money value decreases because of inflation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bread used to cost, back in the day, how grandpa used to say, bread used to cost 25 cents. You know what I'm saying? Now, bread, how much bread, a loaf of bread costs? What?
Oh my goodness.
What, $5, $6, $7, $8?
$5.
Maybe 10? You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So, like, cash devalues in the long run. So you have to put your money in stocks, crypto, real estate, or you start your own business. You have to put in an asset that could battle inflation.
Yeah,
so dollar cost average is one of the greatest things he just gave to you. And those platforms he used, I use those platforms. I use Robinhood and Uphold and stuff like that. They're great platforms. There are others, Webull, Thinkorswim, what's that? Coinbase, like you said. They're all good to use. So, but we'll come back. Maybe we'll do a tutorial on how you use those apps, get more in depth. But this was, so we just getting back in the flow of things, like we used to do on Crypto Connection. That's why I got the thing in the background. Y'all can't see it. Hold on. Crypto Connection. That's the podcast right there. Enjoying shift with Lagniappe Legends. So we're gonna be doing this. I don't know, maybe make up once or twice a month, maybe weekly. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? We got lives, kids, and wives. You know what I'm saying? So they take up a lot of our time. You know what I'm saying? We love y'all, babies. We love y'all. We love your wife. We love you. You know what I'm saying? We love our wives. But real talk. So tell the people where they can follow you at.
Yep. So you should see on the screen on X at Get METARIZED. But I do have a Telegram as well. So a lot of the different projects that I mentioned, I'll drop videos in there as well. Just drop, updates that are going on. So you can find me on X. You can find me on LinkedIn, on YouTube. Just search for METARIZED, and you can find me. And again, Telegram is where we keep the conversation going on a daily basis. So I'm easy to find. I try to stay that way, keep it simple. And then also find us here on the Crypto Connection with Lagniappe Legends. So that's another spot.
Yeah, and if you watch it, you know what I'm saying? I got a QR code too, where at the top of the screen, you can just scan that, and it'll bring you to his website as well, getmetarized.tech. So make sure y'all follow us, subscribe, lagniappelegends.com. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be bringing y'all new stuff, new content. It's been a minute, but hey, we'll be coming back in the game, baby. So enjoy the rest of y'all night. And look, what y'all saw tonight, that is nothing compared to what he does on his sessions he does. You do those sessions, what, once a month? That's the once a month?
Couple of group sessions a month. And then,
like what y'all saw tonight, that was fire, but that ain't nothing compared to what he do during the group sessions. You know what I'm saying? The group sessions, you be like, man, why I ain't know about this in elementary school? You know what I'm saying? Like the group sessions be fire. And the Telegram. Telegram give you a lot of information as well. So y'all need to subscribe to him. When he had one of his sessions, y'all need to subscribe and sign up for that. But other than that, thank y'all for watching. We out. Good night. Peace.